Most people are one side hustle away from changing their entire life, but they'll never start. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why and exactly what to do instead. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share is going to completely change the way you think about making money online. When I was younger, I used to think that to make real money, you needed some kind of genius idea, something revolutionary, something no one had ever thought of before. I was waiting for that light bulb moment, month after month, year after year. It never came. And that's when someone I deeply respected said something that completely rewired my brain. He told me, you don't need to reinvent success. You just need to recognize the patterns that are already working and make them your own. That one sentence changed everything for me. I stopped watching a second, stopped waiting. I started watching. I started studying what was actually working for real people in the real world. And slowly, one side hustle at a time, I built something I'm genuinely proud of today. So that's exactly what this video is. No theory, no fluff. Just real examples of young people, regular people, who are making over $100,000 a year from their side hustles right now. And for each one, I'm going to rate them in 3 areas: how long it takes to learn, how much money you need to start, and how hard it is to reach $10,000 a month. Let's get into it. The first side hustle is eBay reselling. And before you scroll away, hear me out. Because what I'm about to tell you is probably the opposite of what you'd expect. There was a guy, let's call him Marcus. He grew up with nothing. No safety net, no connections, no backup plan. In his late teens, he was stuck in a job that was going nowhere, and he knew it. But instead of accepting that as his reality, he made a decision. He took $400, money he'd scraped together over months, and started selling items on eBay. Within a single year, that $400 had turned into over $300,000. That's not a typo. Now you're probably thinking, isn't eBay dead? Isn't it all Amazon now? That's exactly what most people assume. And that assumption is exactly why the opportunity is still wide open. Here's the truth. eBay generated $2.7 billion in revenue in just the second quarter of 2025. That's a 6% increase year on year. It's not dying. It quietly pivoted. While Amazon went after speed and convenience, eBay went after something Amazon can't easily compete with: niches, collectibles, vintage items, refurbished tech, trading cards, hard-to-find products. In these spaces, serious buyers will choose eBay every single time. And Marcus understood this before almost anyone else did. He dominated one specific niche: gaming accessories. Replacement parts, retro gear, things that hardcore gamers actively search for. He didn't try to sell everything. He sold one thing really well to the right people. Time to learn, 1 out of 5. You can get up to speed in about a month. Money needed, 1 out of 5. Here's the part most people sleep on. You're probably already sitting on inventory. Old clothes, gadgets you never use, stuff collecting dust in your room. Sell that first, learn the platform risk-free, build your account's reputation, and use those earnings to reinvest in real stock. Difficulty to reach $10,000 a month, 2.5 out of 5. It's doable, but you have to stay consistent with your listings and keep your pricing sharp. Nobody said it was easy, but it's absolutely real. The second side hustle is what I call brand deal flipping, and this one genuinely surprised me when I first heard about it. Picture a teenager, let's call him Daniel, who gets hit with a life-changing diagnosis at 16. Instead of shutting down, he uses the time he has, long hours, quiet rooms, a laptop, to figure out how to make money online. He stumbles onto something most people have never even heard of: brand deal flipping. Here's how it works. You find a small influencer, someone with maybe 20,000 to 50,000 followers on Instagram or TikTok. Then you find a brand that's a natural fit for their audience. You connect them, you write the pitch, you handle the introduction. And when the deal closes, you take a cut, anywhere from 10 to 20%. No product, no camera, no audience of your own. Just the ability to spot a match and send a well-written email. Daniel made $800 in his first month. Nothing earth-shattering, but it was proof. By month 6, he was clearing over $8,000 a month, from his bedroom, while still in school. Time to learn, 2 out of 5. A few weeks to figure out how to write a good pitch and understand what brands are actually looking for. Money needed, 1 out of 5. Genuinely $0, just time and effort. Difficulty to reach $10,000 a month, 3 out of 5. You'll get ignored a lot, that's part of it. But the deals that do close can change your entire trajectory. Now here's where I want to stop for a second, because I know what some of you are thinking right now. This sounds great, but it probably won't work for me. I hear that, I really do. But I want you to think about something. Every single person making money from these side hustles right now started from exactly where you are. They had the same doubts, the same fears, the same voice in their head telling them it probably wouldn't work. The difference isn't talent, it isn't luck. It's just that they started anyway. Most people never start. They research for weeks, convince themselves they just need a little more information, and then Monday comes and goes and nothing changes. Sound familiar? I've been there too. 17 tabs open, still waiting to feel ready. But here's what I eventually understood. You will never feel fully ready. And the people who are winning right now, they figured that out before you did. The third side hustle is faceless YouTube channels. And yes, I know, YouTube sounds intimidating. Showing your face, building an audience, editing videos for hours. But a faceless channel flips all of that completely. You never appear on camera. You use stock footage, simple animations, or screen recordings paired with a voiceover. Topics like personal finance, self-improvement, history, and psychology are absolutely thriving right now. And with AI tools available in 2026, you can write a script, generate a voiceover, edit a full video, and upload it, all in one afternoon. One person I came across started a faceless channel focused entirely on financial mistakes people make in their 20s. Within 9 months, they had over 80,000 subscribers and were making around $6,000 a month purely from ad revenue, not counting brand deals on top. Time to learn, 2 out of 5. Money needed, 1 out of 5. Free tools exist for everything. Difficulty to reach $10,000 a month, 3 out of 5. The biggest obstacle isn't skill, it's consistency. Most people quit after 5 videos. The ones who keep going are the ones who win. And that brings me to something I really need you to hear. The side hustles I've shared with you today are not secrets. This information is not hidden. So why aren't more people doing it? Fear. That's the honest answer. Fear of failing, fear of looking stupid, fear of starting something and not seeing it through. I've spoken to so many students who feel the same money stress you probably feel right now. That moment when you check your bank account the night before payday and your stomach drops. That time you quietly calculated whether you could afford to go out with your friends and pretended you just didn't feel like it. I know that feeling, and I know it stays with you. But here's what I want you to understand. You don't need a perfect idea. You don't need a huge following, a fancy setup, or some rare skill nobody else has. You need one side hustle, 1 month of real focus, and one small action to get started. That's it. The people in this video didn't start with advantages. They started with decisions. And that decision, that one simple choice to begin, is what separated them from everyone else who watched the same videos, had the same thoughts, and did nothing. You don't need to reinvent success. You just need to follow what already works and make it your own. So here's what I want you to do right now. Not tomorrow, not Monday, right now. Pick one side hustle from this video, just one, and spend the next 7 days learning everything you can about that one thing. Not to be perfect, just to understand it. Then take one small action. List one item, send one email, post one video, one thing. Because that's how momentum actually starts. Not with a big dramatic moment, just one step, followed by another, followed by another. I want to hear from you. Which one of these side hustles felt most realistic to you personally? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And honestly, your answer might be exactly what someone else watching this needed to see today. And if you want to go deeper on any of these, the exact steps, the tools, the strategies, everything is linked in the description below. No gatekeeping, just the clearest path forward I can give you. Because you've already done the hardest part. You watched until the end. That tells me you're serious. Now go prove it to yourself.